running out of time. Get out of there.
Not while I have air under my wings.
Eject, Rab, eject.
Shadow, this is Guardian. Roger, understood.
Seahawk strike, what's my Charlie time?
Not live. Shadow 2-4, state your altitude.
Eagles 10, Seahawk.
You're running out of time. Get out of there. You're running out of time. Get out of there.
For 10 years, JAG upheld a strict code of justice within those hallowed military courtrooms. Yet the true drama often lived in the quiet moments behind the scenes. The actors we grew to love faced a series of heart-wrenching losses and dramatic career shifts that felt every bit as intense as a scripted television plot. Their off-screen lives took turns that mirrored the weight of a courtroom verdict. And today, we look at where they stand in 2026. Leading the way is the iconic David James Elliott, the man who brought the heroic Harmon Rabb Jr. to life after being born in 1960. David was only 35 when this legal saga first aired. And today, he has reached the distinguished age of 66 with quiet grace. As the daring fighter pilot who reinvented himself as a lawyer, Harm served as the steady moral anchor that kept the series flying for a decade. The show even paved the way for his real-life romance, as David eventually married his talented co-star Nancy Chambers after meeting on the set. Nancy made her own mark as the intense Lieutenant Singer back in 1992, and the couple now shares a beautiful life with their 2 children. His career never missed a beat after the finale, as he went on to take notable roles in major hits like NCIS and the stylish world of Mad Men. To this day, Elliott treasures his time in uniform and often reconnects with the old cast members who shared that life-changing journey with him. Our next look back is at Carrie Turner, the actress who gave the kind-hearted Harriet Sims such a memorable and gentle spirit on our screens. She was just 30 years old when she first joined the ranks in 1997, and she has now reached 59 in 2026. Harriet's tireless work and her blossoming romance with Bud Roberts offered a much-needed sense of warmth and family to the high-stakes series. Following the big series finale, she continued to pursue her craft on television and eventually found her true partner in the talented Sean Murray. Since marrying the NCIS star in 2014, Turner has focused on the delicate balance between her acting career and her busy family life. Fans will always have a soft spot for Harriet's infectious optimism and the way she could brighten even the darkest of courtroom days. Her marriage to Bud stands as one of the most heartwarming legacies of the show, a union that grew alongside the audience for 10 seasons. Then there is the endearing Patrick LaBiorto, who portrayed the dedicated and deeply loyal Bud Roberts Jr. throughout the long-running series. Born in 1965, Patrick was only 30 when the show premiered and has now transitioned into his 61st year of life. Bud's journey was defined by his incredible resilience, especially during the powerful storyline where he had to navigate life after losing his leg. Patrick found his own happy ending in 1998 with actress Tina Albanese, and together they expanded their family through 2 adoptions. He continues to be a versatile force in television and voice acting, all while maintaining the close friendships he forged during the JAG years. Patrick managed to put so much heart into Bud's evolution, making every struggle and every success feel deeply personal to the viewers at home. Watching him rise from an unsure ensign to a confident commander remains one of the most satisfying character arcs in television history. We also remember Tracy Needham, the talented actress who first stepped into the role of the sharp-witted Meg Austin during those early days. She was 28 when she started in 1995. And in this year of 2026, she has reached the age of 59. As the original female lead, Meg helped set the tone for the show's first season before she eventually moved on to search for new opportunities. Creative shifts and the intense demands of the filming schedule led Tracy to depart from the series after that foundational first year of production. Her career continued to flourish as she took on leading roles in shows like The Division and various other television projects over the years. Though her 1995 marriage to Tommy Hinckley didn't last, Tracy has always carried herself with a quiet strength through every life transition. Longtime fans still find themselves imagining the different directions the story might have taken had Meg remained by Harm's side until the very end. No reflection on the series is complete without the commanding John M. Jackson, who played the unforgettable and stern Admiral A. J. Kegwidden, born in 1950. John was 46 when he first took command in 1996 and has now reached 76 years of age. The Admiral's powerful presence and those rare moments when he jumped into the action made him a cornerstone of the entire JAG experience. After leaving the commander's office, John stayed busy in the industry, popping up in guest spots across a wide variety of television dramas. He even brought the Admiral back to life for several memorable episodes of NCIS, giving fans a nostalgic glimpse into his character's future. He has navigated the ups and downs of 2 marriages while always preferring to keep his personal life away from the prying eyes of Hollywood. He is still celebrated for finding the perfect balance between a stern military leader and a man who cared deeply for his team. Finally, we look at Zoe McClellan, who stepped into the role of Jennifer Coates and brought a fresh perspective to the later seasons. She was 27 when she first joined the cast in 2001. And she has now reached 53 in 2026. Asa para legal? Jennifer's sharp intellect and modern energy were vital in keeping the series relevant as it entered its final chapters. Zoe's career took her to the vibrant streets of New Orleans, where she spent 4 years playing Agent Brody on the NCIS spin-off series. Her personal life saw a major change with her 2012 marriage to J. P. Gillen, though the couple eventually parted ways in 2016. A difficult chapter opened in 2021 when her former husband made serious public claims involving the whereabouts of their young son. Zoe has consistently maintained her innocence throughout the ordeal, though the legal complexities of the situation remain a heavy and unresolved burden. Coming in at number 7. Scott Lawrence stepped into the shoes of the ever-dependable Sturgis Turner. Entering our world in 1963, Scott was 38 during his 2001 debut and is 63 now. As a fellow attorney, Sturgis brought a much-needed layer of quiet wisdom and depth to the high-stakes legal office. He has remained a fixture on our screens, lending his voice to Avatar: The Last Airbender and appearing in Legion. In an era of constant sharing, Scott has kept the curtain drawn on his private life, letting his work speak for him. There is a certain dignity he carries into every role, a weight that feels like a beautiful echo of his past. Fans still line up at conventions to celebrate the commanding presence he brought to the screen all those years ago. At number 8, we remember the sharp and ambitious Lieutenant Lauren Singer, portrayed by the talented Nancy Chambers. She was 37 back in 1997, and will celebrate her 66th birthday when 2026 arrives. The friction she created during her constant clashes with Mac became the stuff of legend, keeping us all glued to our seats. Off camera, Nancy had already married co-star David James Elliott in 1992, building a beautiful family with 2 children. Nowadays, Nancy has mostly traded the bright lights of the Hollywood set for the quiet rewards of home and family life. It is truly remarkable to look back at how her character shifted from a cold antagonist to a figure of genuine tragedy. The sudden loss of her character remains one of the most jaw-dropping and shocking moments in the show's long history. This blossomed into a heartbreaking arc that felt like a punch to the gut for every loyal viewer watching at home. Sitting at number 9 is Chuck Carrington as Jason Tyner, who was 29 in 1997 and turns 58 in 2026. As the loyal yeoman serving Admiral Chegwidden, Tyner gave us those much-needed moments of heart and devotion throughout the series. When the final curtain fell on the show, Chuck decided to take a step back from the spotlight, leaving acting behind. He chose instead to follow a path that led him far away from Hollywood, finding fulfillment in interests outside the industry. Like many of his castmates, he values his solitude, keeping his personal world tucked away from the prying eyes of the public. We can't forget those spirited affirmations of "yes, sir" that echoed through the halls, a simple phrase that became a gag. It is those small human quirks that fans still talk about decades later, reminding us why we love the character. Moving to number 10. We recall the charming Cindy Ambule, who stepped into the story as the vibrant Renee Peterson. When she first arrived in the year 2000, she was 36 and will reach 62 in 2026. Long before Harriet arrived, Renee was the physical therapist who helped Bud through his recovery and became his first love interest. After her time on the show, Cindy remained a familiar face on the small screen, appearing in various dramas and comedies. Eventually, she married fellow actor Don Diamont in 2012, building a private life together that they keep away from the public. In this current chapter of her life, she has mostly chosen to step away from the cameras for a different kind of peace. That short-lived romance with Bud was so important because it allowed us to see his softer, more vulnerable side after his injury. It paved the way for everything he would become, serving as a vital bridge toward the happy ending we all wanted. At number 11, we remember the rugged charisma of Trevor Goddard, the man who brought the Australian fire of Mike Brumby. Born in 1962, he was 36 in 1998, but tragically passed away at 40 in June 2003. His portrayal of the bold Australian lawyer and his complicated romantic dance with Mac provided some of the show's most gripping chapters. The world was saddened when Trevor was discovered in his North Hollywood home, having succumbed to a devastating struggle with substances. Though early reports varied, medical examiners confirmed it was a heartbreaking accident involving a toxic mix of heroin and cocaine. It was a private battle he had fought for a long time, a quiet darkness that finally caught up with him. The news of his departure hit the cast like a tidal wave, coming during active production and leaving a void behind. Rounding out our list at number 12 is Jennifer Savage, who gave us the disciplined and sharp commander Amy Hoffman. While her birth year is a well-guarded secret, she graced 21 episodes with her presence between 2000 and 2005. As a high-ranking officer, her character brought a refined sense of legal brilliance and authority to the office and the team. Throughout her long career, Jennifer has been a steady talent in the industry, popping up in everything from dramas to comedies. Many of you might recognize her from her time on legendary shows like ER or the heartfelt series Significant Others. Much like the commander she played, Jennifer values her privacy above all else, keeping her personal life away from the spotlight. She truly embodies that rare breed of talented character actors who don't need to be the lead to leave a mark. These are the unsung heroes who breathe the sense of real-world authenticity into the courtroom, making JAG feel truly alive. Coming in at number 13, we have Stephen Culp, the man who perfectly embodied the elusive Clayton Webb, entering the world in 1955. Stephen was 42 when he debuted in 1997 and hit 71 in 2026. As a CIA operative, Webb brought a layer of mystery and intrigue that kept Mac's life beautifully complicated throughout. Stephen later moved to the suburbs as Rex Van de Kamp in Desperate Housewives for 2 seasons before his tragic exit. He once shared his life in marriage with Heidi Mueller. Though they eventually decided to go their separate ways, Culp has remained a steady presence on our television screens, appearing across a vast landscape of many different shows. Those mysterious disappearances and sudden returns became a cherished tradition for fans over the show's long, 10-year journey. At number 14, we find the elegant Isabella Hoffman, who gracefully stepped into the shoes of Meredith Kavanaugh. She was 44 back in 2002 and reached the age of 68 in 2026. Meredith's later romance with Harm introduced a fresh dynamic that sparked many passionate debates among the loyal fanbase. Isabella had already built a storied career, with memorable turns in Homicide, Life on the Street, and Dear John. She wed actor Daniel Baldwin in 1996. Though their chapter together closed with a divorce in 2011, Hoffman has never slowed down, continuing to share her talent across various roles in both television and film, Viewers often felt a complex mix of emotions regarding Meredith's bond with Harm during those later seasons, with many still holding on to the deep, unresolved tension that defined the connection between Harm and Mac. Number 15 features Randy Vasquez as Gunny Galindez. Born in 1961, Randy was 38 in 1999 and is 65 today. Gunny's distinct Marine perspective offered an essential layer of military authenticity to the legal drama we all loved. He stayed active in the television world after his time on the show, appearing in various projects throughout the 2000s. Randy has always kept his private life very close to the vest, sharing almost nothing with the public, leaving very little information out there regarding his personal relationships or his quiet time with family. Fans truly valued his military wisdom and that deep loyalty that anchored the show's most complex cases in the true culture and values of the Marine Corps throughout his many recurring appearances. Landing at number 16 is Catherine Bell, the actress who became a household name as Major Sarah Mackenzie, born in 1968. Catherine was 28 when she joined in 1996 and turned 58 in 2026. Mac's Marine spirit and that legendary romantic tension with Harm served as the emotional engine for 9 seasons. Catherine went on to capture hearts again in Army Wives and the beloved Good Witch franchise. She married Adam Beeson in 1994, and they raised 2 children before parting ways in 2011. Catherine later shared her true self with the world and has been with photographer Brooke Danielle since 2012, even now. Fans still gather to wonder if the finale truly gave Harm and Mac their perfect ending. Moving along to number 17, we find Haley Hirsch as Maddie Johnson, joining at 16 in 2003. Hallie reached 39 in 2026. Maddie's arrival as Harm's foster daughter added a warm family dynamic to those final reflective chapters of the show. Many of us first met Hirsch when she played the young Rachel Green on the classic medical drama ER. She acted through her 20s before stepping away from Hollywood to pursue her education and other life interests. Today, Hirsch maintains a very private life, keeping her personal world far away from the camera's lens. Audiences loved how Maddie's journey finally allowed Harm to grow into the father figure we always admired. The emotional storyline involving her paralysis brought a new level of depth to the show's final years, revealing a more vulnerable and mature side of Harm that we hadn't seen before.